Hey guys, Andrews here with a video on the new class Drakania. We received our 2 Awakening crossover skills on test server. If you're new or returning to the game, every Succession class kit gets 2 Awakening skills moved over to Succession, with usually some changes to make it more in line with the theme of the Succession of the class. Now, Cleaver and Ascension are our 2 new skills. They don't really tell us much about the Drakania Awakening, but they are potent, and 2 Ion skills, meaning Ion generation is more important than ever when you grind. So let's take a look at the first skill, Cleaver. Cleaver is a chargeable Ion skill with 100% crit, knockdown in PvE, but stiffness on the Ion and charged versions in both PvE and PvP, and is a forward guard throughout. There's no lingering forward guard for this one. It's on a 12-second cooldown and is slow casting unless you link it with certain skills like Azure Onslaught and Brimbolt Raise. Cleaver has a tier 2 add-on and is overall a great skill that should be pretty easy to integrate into your combos. The damage is really good, does a little less than an Ion Blazing Strike, and has similar AoE. You can charge it to hold the forward guard if you need it as well, which comes in handy in some PvE situations. In PvP, it should be doing similar damage to Blazing Strike, which is very good. The second skill, Ascension, is another Ion skill, this time not chargeable. Super Armor with a lingering Super Armor at the end as well. 15-second cooldown, making it our longest Ion skill cooldown. Does 50 mana drain instead of the usual 25 per tick. Bound and knockdown in PvE, and is 100% crit. The interesting thing about this skill is the initial hit is the same damage no matter if you use Ions or not. The Ions actually allow you to hold the C key to do an extra attack that deals tremendous damage. The damage is greater than Brimbolt Strike without its flow, so skill for skill, it is now our highest damaging ability when using Ions. Ascension has a tier 2 add-on as well, and is overall a very strong skill for us in both PvE and PvP, though it is a slower skill on the second hit and currently costs a lot of mana on test server. These skills will go live in Korea next week, maybe for us as well in other regions, but we should expect the usual 100% crit should be staying, since it's a pattern for our Drakania Ion skills to have 100% crit. Mana cost should come down to be more in line with Brimbolt Strike on live servers. Damage may get reduced slightly overall, especially since Ascension hits so hard, but other than that, the skills are all looking real good. We also got a few changes to other skills in the Drakania kit. A 4% damage nerf to Brimbolt Strike in PvP only. I am okay with that. I don't think anyone will have a problem with Brimbolt Strike getting a little damage nerf as long as PvP nerfs don't impact PvE. I'm usually fine with the changes. Drakania hits very hard right now, and the developers are aware, and we may see some more PvP damage nerfs in the coming weeks if these new skills turn the class up to an unbeatable level. If you want my opinion on the class in PvP right now, well, I think she's very good, and frankly a little too easy in large scale fights. If she gets no pressure, she's free to decimate you. When it comes to duels and 1v3, 1v5 situations, she can do okay, but anyone who plays a class with a grab and takes maybe 10 minutes to read Drakania's skills should be able to beat you. Not everyone bothers doing that though, so 60-40 split on your chances on duels. Usually, even if you find yourself in a tough situation, Drakania has top tier disengage ability, but like I said, anyone who's a good duelist should have the upper hand unless they make mistakes. Now moving on to other changes, no more accuracy buff on Brimbolt Raise. That's our WRMB skill, forward RMB. That's been moved to Skewer, our RMB skill. It's back home basically, because that's where it used to be. Suddenly having a protected AoE accuracy buff in PvP was too much for Pearl Abyss, so they decided to move it back. You should be already using Skewer in your PvE rotations for the Ion generation anyway. This is going to become even more important with these 2 new skills, so it should matter very little in PvE if you are already using Skewer. I'll wait till we get the new skills on live servers just to see if we get more changes before we come up with new PvE combos for us to use, but in the meantime, those are all the Drakania changes in a nutshell. Hopefully this video was useful for you guys. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.